Hello everybody, Lady Revan here, and welcome to another Let's Play of Knights of the Old Republic. Last time we left off, we had just crash-landed on the planet Taurus, or Terrace, depending on which character you ask in the game. And we spoke to our only companion so far, Carth Romance, other than Traswolgo, who helped us on the Endar Spire, who died. So let's go ahead and start up the game. I forgot to mention I am playing this offline because I found the game is more stable, or at least the Steam version on my laptop anyway this way. So if you're having problems with a lot of crashing, maybe it's something to try. Playing offline helped me personally a lot, switching to the Steam versus disc. Opening credits. Gosh. And again, I apologize if the cat walks across the screen. One of these days, it's gonna happen. Alright, well, let's load up our game from last time. Scroll through all these other plays. Let's play. And we left off in the abandoned apartment on Terrace. One thing that I forgot to mention last time is in this game the upgrades are pretty limited. Oh, we can upgrade to Carth's Blaster now. Let's go ahead and do that. Do we have anything? No, we do not. So in this game versus the second one, the upgrades are a lot more limited. There's only one type of upgrade for each slot. There's not multiple types of scopes, multiple types of energy cells, etc. So that's something that you'll see once we get to the second Knights of the Old Republic game is very different. But now that we've sort of explored our little apartment here, oh, windows. Anyway, let's go ahead and explore the rest of the Terrace Upper City. It's the first time you leave, you do have to bring Carth with you since he's your only companion. He is added. Okay.
Right, you alien scum. Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid. That's how we Sith deal with smart-mouthed aliens. Now the rest of you, get up against the wall before I lose my temper again. What's this? Humans hiding out with aliens? They're Republic fugitives! Attack!
Okay, so a quick pause. That was another bit of restored content right there. For those who are already familiar with the game, you might have been like, why isn't it Tudoro who's talking to? Well, because the second Tudoro, the one who dies, was originally a bit as featured right there. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and line up our attacks. And get going.
Yeah. Down you go! Tiska du sukigumba na bona na kachu.
Next skill was originally a bit.
Toka da bungwalya gandonago chuchut. Kabachi kuita hotonga. Yalamo inkapun. Jiloba mulirani bobo. Wago kumbeska gang. Ba mamarulira. Kuyami juskuna chitanai. Ina kun mamarulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hotonga chihonkabi.
Hopefully it will be the last. Won't someone come searching for this kill?
Jawana bota ayua tahonga cha kanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topa da bungwalya gando do naga chuchu. Musha papampa pola wana chikne. Bamuli slemo poda wanga kun bes mulira rabes. Uba batu konchi. Tong nongbong shang nungyang. Tong patok smaktelia.
Okay. Let's go loot everything! Ooh, we got a blast rifle, frag grenade, poison grenade, adrenal strength, adrenal stamina. Get items. Anything else here? No, Port skill did not drop anything for us. Shame. Okay, so Let's go ahead and explore around the apartments before we go into any.
Tonghaitwam
Sleheyron is going to talk to
lumpa.
us.
Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonqualeo gondona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundoga. Yumalita kutotun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Wonga kumbisjang ba mulira.
So the reason why I'm not clicking through is because I want to make sure that we read everything and not accidentally click before we can see the thing that I'm clicking on. I don't care what your name is, and I'm not telling you mine.
Look, I know we're trying to keep a low profile, but this kind of attitude will draw attention we don't need.
Kuyami juz chikata na patoga ya hulki gokora jiji. Gawana bot atagwa. Kagedora de kurunda di
I know it's really none of my business, but you look like someone who might be
Wana
interested.
kunbez
That's my
ching
new energy shield.
balamule.
So the latest thing, you know, very high tech. I know all about energy shields.
Ka chikun
Okay.
ida hodonga. Yiking kuno bamulera chikun. Limo potong abong sha umninong. Wanga kunbez king balemur.
Okay, so a quick pause. Your energy shields are going to be effective against blaster fire and also lightsabers. They do not provide defense against melee weapons like a microblade. So you can ask him about his kiosk, about the illegal aliens. In case you haven't figured it out already, this whole apartment complex apparently is run down. It's full of illegal aliens because aliens aren't allowed to live in the upper city on Terrace. Yes, segregation. Terrace is not the best place. We're gonna ask him questions, see what he has for sale. We'll leave him for now.
Achuta.
It's something fun to
Wonga
explore
kunbez
if
dolpi
you're playing for the first
kikuyana.
time.
Dong
Learn a
patugas
little bit more about the
baktilia.
place. There's nothing super beneficial that he tells you. But yeah. We got an Athorian, some droids. We're not going to the upper city yet. Exploring, there's a Quarren. A toilet or toilet. This little alcove. Droid parts. Here's the janitor. Let's talk to him. He does have some useful information.
Hey there, watch where you're walking. I just cleaned those floors.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Well, all right then, no hard feelings. My name's KotOR. I'm the janitor for this building. You must be the new tenant here, right? You ever thought they'd rent that abandoned apartment? You look like an off-worlder. What happened? You get stuck here because of the quarantine? Can't see any other reason someone would want to rent that old apartment.
I want to ask you some questions.
Don't know how much I can tell you, but seeing as how you're new here, I guess I can try and help you out.
You can ask him about the planet, ask him about where you can get equipment, ask him what he thinks about the quarantine. Let's ask him what he thinks about the quarantine.
Not much of an issue for me, you know. I ain't never left Taurus, and they ain't never gonna. A lot of other folks are sure riled up about it, but I don't really know much about it. I prefer to keep to myself mostly. But there's plenty of people at the cantina who'll be more than happy to tell you what they think about the Sith and their quarantine.
Where's the cantina?
Just keep following the apartment complex ring until you come to the elevator. It'll take you out to the upper streets there. And from there, just head south a ways. You can't miss it.
I'll be going
I
now.
should get back to work anyway. I'll probably see you around. I'm here most of the time. The building doesn't clean itself, you know.
Alright. So now we're finished doing our little loop. Now that we've gone all the way around, that's our hideout. We can go back there, but we're gonna explore these apartments. Let's break in!
On it.
Security.
Done.
Dia, who are you?
Who are you? What are you doing in here?
I asked
You
first.
can't just come barging into someone's home.
Sorry, I was just investigating the area. Or if you want to be, for lack of a better word, douchebag. You can go, I'm looking for something to steal. Stay out of the way, you will get hurt. Well, we're sorry, just
That's no
exploring the area.
excuse. You can't just go around barging into people's apartments because you're curious. But at least you're more polite than that pig Holden.
Holden? Who's that?
Just one of Darvik's men who can't keep his hands to himself. But all he got for his trouble was a nasty scar from my vibroblade. Too bad I'm the one still paying the price.
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm in enough trouble already. Besides, I don't know if I can trust you.
Okay, so since we have Persuade, we have this Persuade option, and our Persuade should be high enough to convince her. Let's see what happens. You can trust me. Maybe I can help.
Well, I suppose you seem like an all-right sort. When I cut Holden, it made him back off, but it also embarrassed him in front of his friends. Holden's a spiteful little hut slug. He went and put out a bounty on my head for what I did. That's why I'm hiding out here.
Is there anything I can help with?
I doubt it. Holden is one of Darvik's men. When you work for the local crime lord, the authorities tend to turn a blind eye. I'm afraid this is between me and Holden now.
Maybe I could speak to Holden for you.
You could try, I guess. He usually hangs out at the cantina in the lower city. It probably won't do any good. Holden's used to getting his own way. That's one of the fringe benefits of being a goon for Darvik. Working for the local crime lord lets you get away with things. Still, I appreciate the offer. I can't help you there. Since this thing with Holden, I've been scared to leave my apartment. I don't know anything about what's going on in the outside world anymore.
No.
Goodbye and good luck. I hope you can talk some sense into Holden.
Okay, so we have another quest. Ooh, we leveled up. We're gonna save that for now. So some people like to save all of their levels on Terrace so that they can wait till a little later in the game and level up and take advantage of skills that are available to you at that point in the game that aren't available right now. While I like to do that with some classes, I don't like to do it with Scoundrel because we have some very useful feats that are specific to Scoundrels. If I... already was on the right tab. Okay. So, we have some Scoundrel-specific feats that I'd like to level up, which you can only do by being a Scoundrel longer. So you get things like Sneak Attack, which is very useful, and Scoundrel's Luck. So Sneak Attack, it adds a 1 to 6 points extra damage, this is at level 1. Extra damage to attacks when the target can't respond to the attacker. Damage is applied to the attacks made behind the target, attacks made against stunned or otherwise immobilized targets, and any attacks while in stealth mode. So if you're in stealth and you attack, you get the bonus from that. If you're behind your opponent and attack, you get the bonus from that. And if your opponent is immobilized or stunned, you get the bonus from that. So that can be very, very useful later on in the game when you have more options for doing things like stun. Sneak attack only works if the target is within 10 meters. Extra damage is not multiplied in the case of a critical hit. We have Scoundrel's Luck, which is the other one that I want to level up. Scoundrels have a knack for getting in trouble, but also compensate. They also possess an incredible instinct for survival. This manifests as a truly useful +2 defense. This feat is always active, so you get automatically higher defense with higher Scoundrel's Luck. So it's a good thing to have later on, especially since Scoundrels, unless you invest in higher armor, can only wear up to light armor. Okay, next apart. Oh wait, we forgot to loot her stuff. So yeah, we were talking to her, but we're also gonna steal her stuff. There's this bag in the corner. Medpack, computer spikes, and credits. Awesome. Carth, you're in the way. Alrighty.
On it.
Security.
Done.
This one has a toilet in it. Steal her stuff. Medpack, computer spike, not as many credits.
Pudu. Tunirama na praka donko searcha. Chupapanki.
Don't want to go to the upper city yet.
On it. Done.
And Emporium in here. And what have we got? Medpack, computer spiking, 3 credits again. So it's just little stuff, but especially things like computer or other computer spikes, they add up very quickly. They are very useful to have. Security.
On it. Done.
Okay, here we got a footlocker. And parts, medpack, and credits. Parts are also useful for rebuilding droids to help you in different areas. And I think we've done the full circle now. Yep. So now, let us head out to the Terrace Upper City. Journal entry added. So that's our escape pod that we crashed in. Well, hey there. Oh, we damaged the pavement. I mean, that'll happen when you're falling from space. Oh, something seems to be bothering Carth. Maybe you should speak to him and see if you can get him to open up about it. Does Carth want to talk about it? Speak to Carth.
Yes, what's on your mind?
I'd like to know some more about you, Carth.
Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen more than my share of wars. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars before all this started. But with all that, I've never experienced anything like the slaughter these Sith animals can unleash. Not even the Mandalorians were that senseless. My homeworld was one of the first planets to fall to Malak's fleet. The Sith bombed it into submission, and there wasn't a damn thing our Republic forces could do to stop them.
Talking like it's your fault, but you failed somehow.
It shouldn't be my fault. I did everything I could. I followed my orders and did my duty. That shouldn't mean I failed them. I didn't.
Them? I mean the people of your homeworld?
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not making much sense. You probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about my past very much. At all, actually. I'm more used to taking action, keeping my mind focused on the business at hand. So let's just do that. If you have more questions, ask them later.
Okay, so we have journal entry added. Let's see this journal entry. Carth. You've discovered Carth's homeworld was attacked by the Sith, though he was reluctant to talk about it. Perhaps you can talk more later, after you've gained more experience. Okay, so we have this little shop here with some supplies. Honestly, it's just a merchant in here. She has some interesting stuff, but nothing particularly special.
Hello there. I haven't seen you in my shop before. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kebla Yurt. Welcome to the Equipment Emporium. You looking to buy some supplies? My shop's the largest one in all of Upper Terrace. Best selection on the planet. Whatever you need, I've got. Well, mostly.
Mostly? What do you mean by that?
The Sith confiscated all my heavy weapons, and they impounded all my ships and swoop bikes. But I've still got a real nice selection, if you're interested.
I want to ask you a question.
Anything I can do to help a potential customer out. What do you want to know?
Do you know anything about the escape pods that crashed here on Terrace?
I heard a couple of pods crash down in the Undercity. I bet the crash sites have already been stripped clean by the Sith, though. Unless the swoop gangs or Davik's men got there first.
Swoop gangs? What can you tell me about that?
I don't have anything good to say about those swoop gangs. Zooming around on their swoop bikes, terrorizing the lower city like a bunch of animals. Things weren't so bad when the hidden Becks were running the show. But ever since the rise of the Black Vulkar gang, the lower city has been nothing short of a war zone. The Sith haven't even bothered trying to maintain order down there. And I heard a rumor that Davik's own people are having problems with the Black Vulkars now.
What do you know about Davik?
Oh, Davik's a legitimate businessman, if you get my drift. Smuggling, slaving, extortion. They say he's a member of the Exchange, you know, the big intergalactic criminal organization.
I've heard of the Exchange. Bad organization to cross. But if anyone has blockade-breaking ships, however, it's them.
I have to pay him a protection fee every month, but it's reasonable. And I get most of my inventory through Davik and his suppliers. I'm just smart enough not to ask where it came from, you understand?
Is Davik working with the Sith?
Davik hates the Sith as much as anybody. The quarantine has put a real dent in his operations, too. But he's keeping a low profile as long as the occupation lasts. Davik stays out of the way, and the Sith don't bother him. The swoop gangs could learn a thing or two from this tidy little arrangement instead of always going after each other.
I'm wondering, how do you feel about the Sith?
It's not smart to say bad things about the people in power, if you get my meaning. I just wish the Sith would ease up on the quarantine, though. They're killing my business. I can't say I like having them here in Upper City, but it could be worse, and we're still a lot better off than the Lower City, what with those swoop gangs and all. Oh, you're one of those off-worlders, aren't you? Come to Terrace for a short business trip and end up stuck here because of the Sith quarantine, right? Oh, you can't be too happy. Trapped on an unfamiliar world and all. But Terrace isn't so bad, as long as you stay in the Upper City. Just try to avoid the Sith. And stay out of the Lower City. The swoop gangs are totally out of control. Even Davik's men are having trouble down there. Good day to you, then. Remember to come back to my shop.
And let's real quick.
Well,
her supplies. Let me see what you've got for sale.
Just so you know, the prices on the items are final. No bargaining here. This isn't a swap meet, okay? I only deal in top-notch stuff.
So she does have some interesting stuff. Some Bondon alloy armor, or alloy heavy suit, military suit, combat suit, battle armor, Johnny ritual brand. Nothing super special. You do want to get, though, this perma-creep detonator. Can we afford it? Yes, we can. So I'm gonna buy that for later, because we're gonna need it. Alright. So don't be like me and be that noob who tries security on this door over and over. It's impossible. Just open it regularly. Ta-da! The cantina! Okay, so here, when you do first enter, we have these arena monitors, which there's no dueling ring action right now, so it's blank. We got some people here, they're Pazak players. So Pazak is basically Space Blackjack. It's one of the mini games in Knights of the Old Republic.
Don't you just love watching the Pazak players? All that strategy, all those credits. It's enough to make a girl get all flushed.
So if you play as a male player character, there's actually a special interaction that you can have with this person where she can extort you for credits. So just beware if you are playing as a guy, don't fall for her. This guy's a Pazak player, and he's close.
What do you want? Have you come here just to bother me, or do you wish to test yourself against the best Pazak player on Taris?
Who are you?
My name is Niklos. I'm the unofficial champion of the Pazak circuit here on Taris. If you don't mind losing your wager, we could play a few hands.
I want to play Pazak, but I don't have a deck.
You don't even have your own deck? Then why are you bothering me? You can't play Pazak without your own deck. If you're serious about Pazak, go speak to old Garok on the other side of the tavern. His gambling days are over, and he's looking to sell his deck.
Okay, so if you want to buy the Pazak deck, you can go see this Garuk guy. However, I don't like to buy Pazak on Terrace because, one, it doesn't really do you any good here, unless you just want to play the minigame, and two, you can get a Pazak deck for free later on in the game, so you might as well wait, unless you really want to play on Terrace for some reason, even though there's not really any benefit other than maybe making some extra credits. So let's look around the cantina. Here we have the dueling area.
I can't believe we couldn't get arena tickets for this match. Now we'll have to watch the duel on the view screen.
Who cares? It's Duncan and Gurlon fighting. It's not like we're gonna miss anything good.
Shh, they're about to start, so quit complaining and just watch the view screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I draw your attention to the dueling ring. Here, two combatants will battle for your viewing and gambling enjoyment. Now, I hope all your bets are down because we're ready to roll. In this corner, I give you Gurlon Two Fingers. And over here, looking to climb the ranks yet again, is the ever-persistent Deadeye Duncan. To nobody's great surprise, Deadeye is down again. Don't worry, folks. He's just unconscious. As usual, our medics will have him up and about in a bit. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? So I give you the winner, Gurlon Two Fingers.
We have a feline visitor right behind the laptop. So I apologize if she pops up on the other side. But yeah, this is the dueling area. You can see the other duelists. So there's Deadeye Duncan, there's Gurlon Two Fingers, there's Marl, Ice, and over here is Twitch. You got this little first aid thing in the corner with some med packs. A med pack. Here's another bit of restored content. The duel announcer is here.
Talk to a jeweler. He's in charge here.
So he was cut out of the final bit. A jeweler is who you talk to if you want to do some dueling, which we will do later on, but I'm not going to do in this episode. I got my dosages. We're going to explore the rest of this portion of Upper City. Okay. Oh, well, that's where we came from. Going the wrong way around. Continuing this way. Got some terrace citizens. Got this little bar area. Noble youth patron.
I'm not here to chat. I just finished a long shift at the military base, and now I'm just looking to relax.
Waiter. Yana Lavin.
Where did you get those clothes? A trash compactor in the lower city?
Rude.
And where are those drinks we ordered?
A drink you ordered? Order? I have no clue what you're talking about.
Careful what you say. I get the feeling this spoiled brat could cause us more trouble than she's worth.
Why is the help here so incompetent? One word from Daddy and I could get you fired.
Okay, so we can persuade her and get her the drink. We can call her spoiled brat, or we can just go, I don't work here. Which, that's what we're gonna do.
How dare you speak to me like that? Daddy's going to hear about this.
Okay, so she's gonna run off to tell her daddy, which is good for us, because you'll see in a moment it will mean extra experience! Bartender droid. Okay. We're gonna go around to here. Actually, gonna talk over here
Sorry,
first.
but I'm not here looking for conversation. I just came to get a drink, listen to some music, and try to relax before my next shift at the military base.
You're from the military base? You don't look like one of the Sith.
I don't wear my uniform when I'm off duty. It's not allowed. In fact, anyone in uniform is banned from entering the cantina. The officers don't even like it when we show up here off duty. Don't like us fraternizing with the locals, I guess. But it gets pretty stale hanging around the base all the time. Besides, the Sith don't own me. Being a soldier in their fleet is just a job, you know. A job with long hours and low pay, I might add.
So, why did you do it?
When I signed up, I was promised adventure and excitement in exotic locales. Instead, I end up stationed at a military base on some backwater planet on the fringes of the galaxy. If I could just find some other way to earn some credits, I could give this lousy job up. Retire my uniform, so to speak.
I'll be going now.
Oh, okay. See you around. Say, do me a favor and don't repeat all this stuff I just told you. It might not go over well with my superiors.
So normally, you can use her for a quest that we're about to see if you're playing a guy. Restored content does allow you to do it apparently as a girl too, but I want to do it with the other person, so we're gonna wait, just because I think his story's a little more interesting than hers.
What? Why are you speaking to me? Can't you tell from my clothing that I'm of the nobility? Get away from me. I can't be seen talking with a common rabble. It wouldn't be proper for a man of my standing.
Okay, so the Pazak chick that flirts with you if you're a guy and you win enough Pazak games, she eventually leaves you for this dude.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
I can see from your exotic appearance that you are not from Taurus originally. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jurgen.
What do you want, Jurgen?
What do you think of our local music? The band is quite good, wouldn't you agree? They're on the verge of intergalactic stardom, you know.
It's different, but I like it.
Obviously, you have an ear for music. Mark my words, they'll be famous soon enough. They were about to go on tour before this Sith quarantine stranded them here. Would you like to meet the band after the show? Maybe have a brief brush with fame before they become intergalactic superstars? I can arrange it, you know.
I'll pass. How will you arrange that?
I have a standing arrangement with one of the Rhodian bodyguards backstage. For the small sum of 20 credits, he'll let me set up a meeting with you and the band.
So, whichever you do, don't give them the credits. It's a scam. Sounds like you're running a scam
You
to me.
sting me with your words. I merely thought I could offer you the rare opportunity to meet a celebrity before they were famous. But I see you're not interested. That's too bad. They really are charming fellows. Very well then. I hope you enjoy the music. If you change your mind, come speak with me again.
So just don't give them the credits. It's a waste. So we get our Twilight dancers and band here.
Mucho shakapaka. Yi ki kon no ba muladra ki chichon.
They don't really want to talk. But we're gonna talk to this guy in the corner, Yungenda.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. Of course, they don't give us Sith officers from the military base much time off.
You got the military base? You don't look like one of the Sith.
I'm off duty right now, so I'm not in uniform. My name is Yungenda, Junior Officer First Class with the Sith Occupation Force.
Nice to meet you, I'm going to
I'm
call.
actually a little surprised you're talking to me at all. Most of the people here on Terrace can't stand us Sith. It can make this a pretty lonely job.
You're just doing your job, right? I don't hold that against you.
That's true. But people don't appreciate what we've done for them. We could have slapped a curfew on this whole planet, but we didn't. You know, it's like everyone on this backwater planet is in a permanent bad mood. Don't they know they have to make the best of things?
Everyone has their ups and downs. It's how you deal with them that counts.
Exactly. It's all about attitude. I didn't ask to be assigned to this backwater planet, but I try to make the best of it. It's pretty easy to get depressed on an assignment like this, but we do what we can to keep our spirits up.
You need to blow off some steam once in a while.
That's true. It's nice to meet someone who understands what I'm going through. It's good to talk about this stuff. It gets pretty lonely up at the military base. I have to get going soon. I've got a shift at the military base. But some of us junior Sith officers are having a party later to blow off some steam. I'd really like to see you again. Why don't you drop by the party? I'll show you where it is on your map.
Sounds good, I'll be there.
Don't be late. We're starting right after our shifts end. Most of us won't even be going back to the base to lock up our uniforms. I look forward to seeing you there.
I wonder where I could get a Sith uniform. Should I need one, that is. Oh, lady check left. But yes, now that's pretty much what we needed to do in the cantina. Now you can see, oh look, who is this mysterious figure in the corner? Bendak Star Killer.
Leave me alone. I'm not giving out any autoprints to my fans today.
Autoprints? What are you talking about?
What? You don't recognize me? I'm Bendak Starkiller, the most famous blaster slinger on Taurus. Over 100 duels without a loss. Every one of them a death match.
How come you don't hang out with the other duelists?
I'm retired now. Once death matches became illegal, I just got bored with the game. I got no interest in using stun blasters. There was nobody left to challenge me anyway. I've been watching these new kids in the ring, but I haven't found anyone worth my notice so far. Still, if someone could beat all these other pretenders, I might give them a shot.
I'll be back after I beat all those duelists.
Good luck with that, kid. You're gonna need it.
You sure you want to get involved in this? Seems a bit pointless to me. Up to you.
Carth, don't try to talk sense into me. Red is senseless. Alright. Oh look! It's that chick who called Daddy.
Now that
Daddy! Come back here, you! Ah! Damn it. I don't know that you can talk to her, but I just felt like chasing her. Oh, okay, let's go back and loot the corpses! We got here a vibroblade and another vibroblade. Got this medical facility. Who are you?
Can't you see I'm busy with my duties? Go talk to Zelka if you need something.
Fine, I'll go talk to Zelka.
I see from your appearance that you are an off-worlder. Still, you're welcome here. I'll not have it said that Zelka Foreign refused to help somebody just because they weren't a citizen of Taris. Do you require healing or medical supplies? I can treat almost any injury or ailment right here at the medical facility. Except the rat ghoul disease, of course.
Rat ghoul disease? What's that?
A terrible affliction has plagued Taris for many generations. It is spread by the rat ghouls, horrible monsters that live in the Undercity below Taris's great skyscrapers. Prolonged exposure to the Undercity breeds the disease, and those infected will eventually mutate into rat ghouls themselves, becoming mindless beasts that feed on the flesh of others.
Ooh. So, space zombies. Nope. Don't like zombies. Is there no cure?
There is no antidote for the disease. Though I heard the Republic scientists at the military base here on Taris were close to perfecting a cure. Then the Sith arrived. They overran the military base, and now they refuse to allow anyone access to the laboratories inside. The Sith are keeping all the serum for the patrols they send into the Undercity. If I could just get my hands on a sample of that serum, the rat ghoul disease could be wiped from the face of Taris forever. But I don't see how that's going to happen.
Maybe I could get my hands on the serum for you.
I don't see how anyone could get their hands on that serum. The military base is crawling with Sith guards. Breaking in there would be a suicide mission. I suppose the Sith patrols in the Undercity might have a sample of the serum on them, if they hadn't already used it because of a rat ghoul infection. But I doubt a patrol would just hand the serum over. And nobody is stupid enough to attack one of the Sith patrols, even in the Undercity.
Don't worry, Zelda. I'll get that serum for you.
Please, don't say that. If the Sith hear you, they might think I'm suggesting you start attacking their patrols. They could shut me down.
Anyway.
I only mentioned the serum because you asked. I don't actually expect anyone to get me the serum. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
I want to ask you some questions.
I am quite busy maintaining the facility, but I suppose I could spare a bit of time to answer some questions. What would you like to know?
Do you know anything about the Republic escape pods that crashed in the Undercity?
Republic escape pods? No. Why would you ask me that? I don't know. Those pods crashed in the Undercity. I'm not involved in any way.
You're awfully defensive about this.
I'm not defensive. I just don't like being accused of knowing something about those Republic pods. This is as bad as an interrogation by the Sith.
Don't worry, I'm not with the Sith. I won't betray your secret if you tell me.
Well, you don't look like you're with the Sith.
We
I
succeeded.
guess I can
Was
tell
not
you my
expecting
secret. Or rather, I can show you. Since the space battle overhead, people have been secretly bringing in these Republic soldiers who crash-landed on the planet. I had to take them in. What choice did I have? Their injuries are terrible. Most won't survive. But at least I can make their last days more comfortable. And at least here, they're hidden away from the Sith.
Well, for that, you have my thanks. It's good to know that at least some of these men ended up in compassionate hands.
I hate to imagine what the Sith would do if they discovered these soldiers here. But since their initial questioning, the Sith have not returned, so it may be my fears are unfounded.
Anything I can do to help?
I'm afraid there's nothing more anyone can do for these soldiers. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should return to the front in case anyone comes in needing medical attention.
Light side points gained! Okay, so remember the two avatars that I said always appear? Gwen's is one of them as that Jedi at the very beginning on the Endor Spire, and the other one is Mullet Man, who is floating in these tanks. And will be floating in several other tanks later in the game and may or may not appear as one of the randomly generated heads. And he appears floating in tanks like this regardless of whether you choose him or not. So when you do choose him, he becomes this awkward clone situation, which just it freaks me out. Personally, I don't see the appeal in choosing Mullet Man for that reason, because suddenly there are a zillion of you and you are but a clone. Plot twist. Clone. Sorry if there's any shaking. I have cats jumping across my bed.
Psst, you there. Wait a minute.
I
need to talk to you about the Rakghoul serum. I've got an offer for you might want to hear.
Not interested.
Now, don't be an idiot. Just listen to me for 1 minute, and you won't be sorry. Davik Kang wants the cure, and you'd be smart to give it to him.
Why does Davik want the cure so bad?
Davik's interested in anything that can turn a profit. He could make a fortune selling the serum to anyone infected with the disease. Not like Zelka, who'll practically give it away.
Why do you care who gets the cure?
Look, Zelka can't afford to pay me much. If you sell the serum to Davik, I can probably get a nice finder's fee for directing you to him.
I think I'd rather get the serum to Zelka. He'll use it to help people.
Helping people is all well and good, but you have to help yourself first, right? I'm telling you, Davik will pay big credits for the cure. More than Zelka could ever afford.
And then only the rich could afford the cure. Just let the poor suffer, right?
If you find the Rakghoul serum, just take it to Zax in the Lower City Bounty Office. He works for Davik. He'll pay you what that cure is really worth.
Okay, so I think we're gonna pause here. I had hoped to do a little bit longer, but this video is ending up longer than I had hoped. Because lots and lots of talking early in the game, because you have to know what's going on. So let's save. Anyway, thank you for tuning in this time. Please drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and tick the notification bell so that you get notifications of when new uploads in this series are uploaded. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye! Oh, wait. Wait, we have to exit the game first. Okay. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye! Starting. Yeah, stop.